Hello everybody and welcome back to Modded Minecraft with Red. So as we recall, last episode we went ahead and we finished up all of our automation up here for our basics of mechanism, so that, you know, if we want alloy, we can just tell the system to make it and it will do it. If we need circuits, tell the system to make it, it'll do it. Everything's working all well and good. Our system over here has processed everything. I even pulled out those tin clumps that I accidentally pulled out previous episode, and I ran those through the system. So everything's shut down. Everything's just kind of sitting idle right now. However, we have a different problem that we need to address now. Not everything is connected to our AE system. So, for instance, wood or charcoal or even rubber. So if we take a look in here, we have a stack of rubber, but if we use up all that rubber for rubber bars or plastic even, we have no way to access more without running downstairs and grabbing rubber and coming back upstairs and putting it in the system. It's a mess of noise. Let's fix that. So for this, we're going to need a to spell correctly, that's the first thing that we're going to need. We're going to need some storage buses. Let's go ahead and make a couple more of these up, about 2 more, just to be on the safe side. There we go. We're going to need some cabling. We'll just grab a stack of glass fiber, half stack of smart cable, just a couple pieces of dense cable. We're also going to need some cable anchors, and we're going to need some fiber, quartz fiber. There we go. We're going to need our crescent hammer. Perfect. And we are going to need a couple of P2Ps. And actually, we're going to need probably 2 more. So let's go ahead and grab 2 more. And this thing doesn't know how to make them, so let's teach it real quick. Easy peasy. Just like so. Find an empty slot, throw it in the hole, bingo. Alrighty. So, the reason why we needed all of this stuff is because we actually are going to have to break our ME system momentarily. Because if we remember, we have this system running all the way up here and all the way down there and all the way over. It's running all over the place. And, you know, we've got it coming over here to a terminal over here. We're using about 5 lines on this line right now, or 5 channels rather. So we can't do much more with it except what we are currently doing with it. What we're going to do is let's say right here, we're going to break this cable just momentarily. And we are going to put in a smart cable right there. Boink. And we are going to put in a dense cable right here. Yoink. And then we are going to break that and that for the moment. You're going to put 1 P2P on that dense cable, and then we are going to put our smart cable back right there. And we will put one right there just so it rounds that corner and we can see a little bit more easier, or easily. Let's also grab our memory card before we get too far and forget. So now we're down here, and this one runs off in that direction right there, which is fine because we follow this all the way back, and we will see that we are just connected straight into the ME system. So we're going to pull off the tables here, and let's go ahead and upgrade this a bit. So let's put a dense table there, we'll put a dense table there, and let's see if we can't consolidate this just a little bit. Something like that, a couple of P2Ps. And we will grab our smart cable, like so. Go ahead and throw a table anchor down on top. Actually, we don't need to throw a table anchor down. We will use our quartz fiber right there. Love it when a plan comes together. And grab our smart cable. Just come down and around just like that. And now we are using 3 channels. Everything's online. So we are going to grab our first memory card, and let's say right off the top one here, settings are saved. We'll just head straight upstairs. And we will come over here to this P2P right here. Right click, settings are loaded. Bingo, there's our 5 channels back of 8. Everything's back online, and we're running through a P2P. Awesome. That's what we wanted to see. What about this other one? Well, this other one, we are actually going to bring right here. And we are actually going to make a small hole, say right, not there, right there. Just go ahead and fill that in with a piece of cobble for now. Because what we are going to do is under a couple of these barrels, for instance, our charcoal barrel. And that's unfortunate that there's sand there, but that's okay. We'll deal with it. And underneath our apple barrel. And our wood barrel. And what else? I think that should do it for now. So we're going to put our storage bus on the rubber, the oak wood, the apples, and our charcoal. And we will go ahead and set up the partition and make sure that they are cranked up as high as we can get them. Well, not as high as we can get them, but you know, high enough so that they are a higher priority than everything else, because we want anything that we put into the system to go directly into these barrels, because these barrels have the void upgrade on them. So that way they anything that they take in extra just automatically gets voided out. So now that we've got that, we can go ahead and, you know what, we're just gonna punch a hole right there and right there, because we can put in our fancy cobblestone blocks again. We will just make a nice little hole out that way. You know, put our fancy dancy cobblestone back. Because here, all we're going to need to do is run our regular glass cable up to this storage bus. I was prepared for it to switch on me and not go to the right one. That's the first Normally I get going and it switches and I get all sorts of irritated because it doesn't switch to the one I want. Well, guess what? I anticipated it this time. Red's on the ball. Alright, cool. So there's that. So let's go ahead and we will run our cabling to that storage bus, that storage bus, that storage bus. And we will swap back out to our smart cable. And we weren't smart about it. There we go. That's using that lump 3 foot above your butt. And we run this over just a little ways. Like so. And now what we're going to do is we are going to swap that piece out with a piece of smart cable. There we go. And now we can put on our other P2P tunnel. And our dense cable. A piece of smart cable. And lastly, we can finish this off with regular glass. So now all we have to do is go back downstairs. And we will do this the quick-ish way. There we go. Watch out for the slime that wants to eat our face. There we go, and we will shift right click on that one. Head back upstairs. Back down and around. And we will load into that one in a moment. Because, remember, we still have stuff in this system up here. And if we hook this cabling up, we're not going to know what's in the system and what's in the barrels. So, we have apples hooked up. We don't have any apples. Wood. We've got 34. Let's go ahead and pull out the 34 wood. We also have rubber. We have about 62 of those. So let's pull those out. And charcoal, we don't have any charcoal in the system. So as you saw, we don't have anything left in the system in the way of charcoal, apples, rubber, or oak wood. So now if we take our memory card and we right click, we can load the settings. We are using 4 of 32 channels out here. We come over here and check, make sure everything's online. And devices online, perfect. That's what we wanted to see. We can repair our hole in the floor here after we double check this one. This one should be on. Oh yeah. So there we go. In between episodes, I also upgraded this barrel just because I wanted to have a little bit more charcoal. We may end up going through quite a bit of charcoal in the future, and I wanted to make sure that we had plenty of charcoal to go through in the future if we had to. So with that, we've got everything set up now that we absolutely need. And of course, we can expand that system out. Remember, we have 32 channels out to that point. So if we wanted to add another, 28 barrels to store stuff, technically we could. So if we come in here and we take a look, apples, 32,000. We didn't have any before. Rubber, 32,000. We only had the 62 before. Now the nice thing is, is that if I were to drop, say, this rubber in, and then come down here, let's briefly disconnect this line, say right there. And if we come back upstairs and take a look, wow, light central all of a sudden. We will see our apples are gone, and so is our raw rubber, because it went to that barrel. It did not go into our system. And that's exactly what we wanted, is we want to be able, if we have a whole bunch of rubber because we chopped down some rubber trees for some reason, or if we have some oak wood, a bunch of oak wood, because we came across some trees that we wanted to chop down, we can just dump it into the system. If these barrels are full, they will just void the extra, and we save an absolute ton on our ME system. So that's cool. We can put our oak wood back in, we can put our tables away. Let's go ahead and put our storage buses away. We will hang on to our memory card, our crescent hammer. Sand, I believe, went, yep, up here. It did not, but the limestone did. There we go. So there's all that. Oh, I know, I remember where the sand went now. I believe the sand is already hooked up. 1623. We'll just double check before I dump it in the system. We will clear out the slimes. Yeah. Thank you. Yep, there it is. 1623. So cool, we can just dump sand into the network and it gets stored. Put our slime balls away. We will go triple this copper as if we really need it, but we got the process. We might as well use it. Seeds come out here. And there we go. Now we can order up whatever we want. If we want plastic, we can order it up without any issues because we've got the rubber bars. You know, if we want to order up 200 of them just so we have some in the background, boom, it pulled right out of the chest or the barrel, and it is cooking up those rubber bars through our electric furnace that we made upstairs several episodes ago. Yeah, right there. Just rip kicking through them like it's nothing. And happily doing it, I might add. Just absolutely cruising. So, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I know it's a rather short episode, but I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But, you know, that's what I definitely wanted to get done for you guys today and show you how to do. I'm still working on the research for Thaumcraft to remember how to do the ethereal blooms so that we can work on getting that big, fat, juicy, now tainted node back over into our Thaumcraft area so we can continue along the Thaumcraft line. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you give it a like and a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see what you want to see more of, see less of. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon button there. That way you can always be up to date with the newest episodes that come out. Follow me on social media, Twitter at Irish Red Gaming, or on Facebook /Irish Red Gaming. And as always, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will definitely talk to you in the next video. See ya.